Okay, I hope this is recording because I did like 7 minutes of a video and then realized I hadn't turned it on. So um, I'm just going to try to show how I get analyze keywords using a couple of simple tools that are not very expensive. Well, the keyword planner, of course, is free. So I'm in my Google AdWords account. I'm signed in, and if you're on close to this page, just go to this keyword planner right here. Excuse me. The first thing, I have a bit of a cold, so apologize for the coughing. Search for new keyword and add group ideas. And here I'm going to put in a broad word. I'm just pick swords. I know nothing about them at all. I wouldn't attempt to sell them, I don't think. I'm going to pick English. If you have other ideas of how you want to do this, you may. And um, I have wholesale and cheap as my negative keywords. If you're trying to sell a $200 to $500 samurai sword, or $2,000 or $20,000 sword, I don't think you're going to find your audience from people who are searching for cheap or even wholesale. So I leave those words out of it. Um, if you can find a way to upsell those people, then hey, all the better luck to you. Did I click that? Get ideas? I don't know. Oh, here we go. Now, contrary to what most people say, they say go straight to keyword ideas, but we're not going to do that yet. Ugh, stop popping up on me. Okay. um, trying to. Okay. Real sword. Um, and I'm just going to pick a couple of these to keep things short and sweet. So you go over to the right, and that adds this to your right hand column. Swords for sale. That might be sorry, a buying keyword. Authentic swords. That might be a good buying keyword if someone's looking for an authentic sword to buy. Sounds like they're willing to pay some money for it. Anyway, so you have these two. Uh, I probably would want a few hundred keywords, if not more, but I'm going to keep this short. So um, what you do then is click on this, and it says set match type, and I put exact match and click yes. And then this says copy to clipboard, this little square here, and I'm going to copy it to the clipboard. And I'm going to right click and copy, and then I'm going to open up Notepad and paste. You don't really even need that notepad part of it if you don't want to keep those keywords, because I'll show you what I do next. Then I will go back to the keyword planner. I want to start all over. And he's thinking. Okay, I do want to start all over, because what I'm going to do this time is get search volume. And this is where we're going to get our search volume. Um, you can enter your keywords here, which I'm going to do. And since it was on the clipboard anyway from copying and pasting it in Notepad, I just right clicked and pasted into here. That's why I said you probably didn't even have to paste it in Notepad first. If you wanted to save it, you could upload the file here. Um, I'll leave that, and then I'm going to click get search volume. And this time I want keyword ideas. I'm going to download to Excel CSV, and save the file. I think I already had that swords, but I'm going to put sword. This is how I actually keep different groups of the same keyword. I start labeling it 1, 2, and 3, and save. Okay, we can close that. I don't know why I did that. Okay, next is, this is what I use. I'm going to clear this. This is Stealth Keyword Competition Analyzer, which I had bought a couple of years ago, and I was so new I didn't even know what it was, what I had. And it kind of stupid, isn't it? But anyway, I just pulled it out because I saw someone else using it, and I was like, oh, I have that. So I browsed here, and I'm pulling up swords, and I open global monthly searches, and there's my little list. Normally I'd want to have, he says 100, but I think that's just because it takes so long. If you're willing to go ahead and let it run, I would do a couple hundred, but you can divide it up into more than that. Okay, so then you just push start, and it says down here, I don't know if you can barely see it, but 7 minutes, so I'm going to pause, and I'll be back when that finishes. Okay, it finished. Excuse me, it finished the analyzing, and what I do then is sort this by amazing. And it's a short list. Normally there's a lot more bads. This has no commercial intent, it says, for the phrase real sword, but there is for real swords, and that's not a bad search volume. And a couple of greats, and then I think the next category is good, of which there's none here, and then bad. So bad, good, great, amazing. And this is the cost per click, of course, for AdWords. Pretty cheap if you ask me. It's not like a personal injury lawyer there. This is the number of competing pages. I don't know when he turned that off, but it always says off. That's when you put in the phrase in Google and it says, 8,200,366,000 results, whatever. The number of websites that Google finds most relevant is, he calls, the real competing pages. Excuse me. And ratings based on the real competing pages. I'm not sure what his criteria is, but you like low or very low. Average page rank, you want page rank strength, you want low or very low. Competition, look at this, all very low. Commercial intent, yes, except for this one. And the ad count is the number of ads showing up on the first page of Google. Oh, on the first page? And there's 8 ads, 10 ads. Where would they put 12 ads or 14 ads? I've seen it even up to 22 ads. That'd be hard to put on the first page, but I guess I'll believe him. Excuse me. And then keyword rating and the keyword value. I don't really use that. I'm sorry, the rating, of course, I do use. That's the whole point of this is, look at all those amazing keywords. Now, I just picked swords because it was like I have the least bit of interest out of anything in swords. And now I'm thinking, So, you can do trends, but I'm going to save this project. And then I'm going to go to domains. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to check some of these, which I'm going to check most of them because they're great and amazing. Still great? Still great? Okay. Some of these are going to be singular and some plural, and there is a distinction among them, apparently. So you'll have to ask an expert about that. Now I'm going to start domain check. I swear if a .com comes up, Authentic Ninja Sword. I have never tried to buy a domain off of this, and but certainly would hope that it's real. Maybe I'll go to Namecheap and put that in and see whether it's telling the truth. Oh my gosh, they're like all available. If the check is accurate. Well, there's real swords. The one thing that, oh no, it was real sword. That was the one that had no commercial intent. Um, would you want to sell a ninja sword? Real Japanese swords, I think that might be, or an authentic samurai sword. There's nothing to sneeze at. There's a nice long tail one. If you have a shop, it's for sale. But I'm not an expert. I am just chit-chatting while this thing fills out, and I would just make a decision on this based on what I felt at the moment. So don't go by what I'm saying, because I'm not an expert. I'm just showing you how this tool works and how I use it, and I think it might help some of you, especially if you bought it and didn't know what to do with it. Export available. So that's not available. What did I say? Authentic samurai sword, or authentic samurai swords for sale. I was going to do a check and name cheat, but I'm getting more than 11 minutes here. So do I want to export that? Sure. Domain sword. And that's it. That is some basic checks there. I kept this very short, and like I said, normally I'd want a couple of hundred, and if that took too long to run, I would divide it up and keep going. I think Google gives you 800 total. So anyway, it's just very easy, no thinking. You don't have to sit there with pen and paper and do hours of calculations. Just start here, and then go with your common sense and all the other criteria that Anton teaches in the course. Anyway, that's my contribution, because I did feel I needed to contribute something to the forums, right? Now I'll talk to you later. Bye.